Hi, and today we have another cooking video, another recipe video for you. Again, eating healthy doesn't mean eating boring, so we're gonna have a fun breakfast. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right to it. Not wasting any more of your time. There we go. So starting out, we're going to do 2 cups of oats. It could be any oats that you want. I'm using quick oats. It could be, if you're using rolled or steel cut, it doesn't really matter. 2 cups. Then we're gonna put it in the blender to where it's like a powdery substance. So basically, the oats are gonna serve as the flour. Now you can just skip that and just purchase oat flour, but nothing wrong with going natural. So let's get right to it. Be mindful that you're not gonna get every oat, so just make sure you have a spoon or something just to mix it around. All right, so next up we are gonna put a teaspoon of baking powder. Now, if you have baking soda and you don't have baking powder, that's fine. Put baking soda. I have a baking soda. No, so you can put a teaspoon of baking powder. That's what I have. You're also going to put a teaspoon of cinnamon, and you're going to put about half a teaspoon of salt. So what I'm using is the sea salt right here. You can't really see that right, but yeah, the sea salt. So half a teaspoon, maybe even less, like a quarter of a teaspoon, and then another teaspoon. And we're going to mix that up here. Then you could also, this is optional, you can put a scoop of protein in as well. Again, that's optional. You can do what you want. You don't have to have protein for this, but you do have that option. So yeah, let's get to it. Again, this is optional. So now we are going to mix everything up in the blender, and then let's go from there. Now from here you have 2 options. You can either A, mix the liquids in the blender, which I think is going to be quicker and much easier. That's my personal opinion. But you will have to use your spoon to scrape out on the sides. It's not going to mix entirely at first. Or you have option B, which is to take basically this is your oat flour. You're taking it out, putting it in a bowl, and then you're putting all the liquids into that bowl, and then you mix it up that way. Maybe you want to get some forearm work, it doesn't matter. But either way, the ingredients are still going to be the same. It doesn't matter how you want to do it. Today, I'm going to do it in the blender, but of course you have the option to put the oat flour that you made in a separate bowl and put the liquids in and then mix it yourself that way. So yeah, let's get the other liquid ingredients. Alright, so now for the liquid portion, we are going to put 3/4 cup of applesauce unsweetened. You want to get unsweetened, you don't want all the other added sugars, and you can just find this wherever you can find applesauce. I guess if you're a local grocer, obviously I got this at ShopRite. I mean, it's cheaper if you get the store brand, it's no big deal. We are then going to put 3/4 cup of milk. I consume almond milk. I'm basically like lactose intolerant, so use whatever milk you want. If you use almond, use oat milk, regular cow's milk, doesn't matter. Whatever milk you use, 3/4 cup. We are then going to, actually we'll get there. So let's put this in the blender. So, there we go. So next up we're gonna put 2 eggs. Here's 1, and then here is 2 eggs. Alright, so we're going to put about 2 teaspoons of your favorite oil. Of course you want your healthy oils, you want to get some solid fats in. I'm using olive oil. You can use coconut, avocado, those kind of oils, but about 2 teaspoons. Last but not least, you are going to put about a teaspoon, maybe a little more. That's optional, but definitely a minimum of a teaspoon of vanilla. This is from DR. It's actually really good vanilla. But you can get whatever vanilla that you have, whatever vanilla extract, you're gonna put about a teaspoon. Now that it's all complete, put everything in. Now it's just a matter of you mixing it up. Now, if you're using the blender, I would recommend mixing it with a spoon first, then starting to blend. But of course, if you're not using a blender, then mix right away. And let's get to it. Alright, so here we go. So what's gonna look like after you mix it up. So what we're gonna do, I personally like to pour it into another bowl just so it's easier to scoop out and serve. But you can just serve it from here. So what I'm going to use personally is this, I want to say it's a ladle, but a deep spoon. Just scoop it out and then put it onto your cooking pan, whatever you're cooking on. Did I even say that right? Whatever you're cooking it on. There we go. Okay, so now that I have, whoa, excuse me, now that I've poured it into another bowl, again, you can scoop from the blender, whatever your preference is, if you use the blender in the first place. I sprayed my pan with this olive oil right here, and you're gonna wait for it to get super hot, which is about right now, and then you're gonna scoop it out. You're gonna put however many you want at once, but they do cook quickly. They cook about like 1 to 2 minutes. So yeah, just be mindful of the time. And yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so I make them pretty big. You can make them whatever size you want. But wait 1 to 2 minutes. Cook the rest of your mixture, and I'll see you at the final product. Alright, so I made about 4 giant ones. If you're serving other people, you can make about 10 to 12 pancakes. But of course I'm eating them by myself. You can also serve it up with sautéed apples. Of course, put some sort of fruit on it, whether it's a banana or strawberry, but either way, this is the final product. So hopefully you enjoyed it. It came out really good. Let me know what you did differently down in the comment section below, and we'll see you there in the next video. Peace.